Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Tonight there's some huge news. Many altcoins formed new highs today. Solana did, Avalanche did, Luna did, or Terra. And is Vechain about to join them? There are some big news with Vechain, Avalanche, and all these others. So let's discuss. As always, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome. Today's a good day. Overall, I mean, October has been fantastic. November is fantastic. I mean, what else can I say? Well, you could see that, hey, some whale game right here. You could see this. Bitcoin dropped down to like 60,000 before you see this huge down wick, a fake out wick, right? And then Bitcoin came back up. But after that, guess what happened? Well, a lot of altcoins started going up. Like I said, Solana formed a new high today, 247. Luna formed a new high at 49 and is about to crush it again. Avalanche formed a new high at 79 is about to crush it again. And there's just so many that's crushing it, except Shiba tonight. Shiba went down 19%, and I think I do have an explanation for it. So wait for those of you guys that are Shiba fans. But Bitcoin itself is kind of, still going stagnant. There's some good news. So let me talk about what's going on with Bitcoin first and then get to some of these altcoins. So first of all, a lot of people are waiting to see what Jerome Powell, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said. And basically, he's like, well, rates are going to be where they are. He's not going to do anything with the rates. But he is going to start tapering. So that means they're going to start buying less bonds and mortgage-backed securities every single month now. 10 billion less in treasuries and 5 billion less in mortgage-backed securities. So the tapering that he's been hyping a lot about is starting, but still that's nothing. The Fed purchases like 130 something billion. So this is barely a scratch. And then he goes on and says inflation, it's not a concern. It's transitory right now. And even though he wants, inflation to be set at 2%, and he recognizes higher, he believes it's just going to work itself out. I don't know if that's true or not. That's why every asset out there has gone up hundreds of thousands of percent over the last few years. So I don't know if inflation is just going to work itself out. But we'll see. I don't know if people were expecting anything different, but that's what he said. Now, I guess that in itself is not that bullish, but this is. The new New York City Mayor, Eric Adams, wants the city to have its own crypto. He is following, or trying to follow in the same footsteps of Miami Mayor Suarez, who has created Miami Coin, and trying to go, all gung-ho about Bitcoin and crypto in the city of Miami. Well, it seems like New York City, at least Mayor-elect Eric Adams, wants to do the same thing. He's like, why not? Why not come out with a New York City coin? And not only that, but make New York City pro Bitcoin and crypto. Because right now, New York is one of the strictest states out there. And, it's very hard for a lot of exchanges to operate. Not only exchanges, but lending, projects as well. Right? He wants to change that. He wants to go full-blown, fully endorsing Bitcoin and crypto. He is pro-innovation, and this is fantastic. This is huge news. I don't know how many people are talking about this today, but this is fantastic. Think about New York City, the largest city in the U.S. They could, if they follow suit, every single city out there. You're going to have Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Denver. Everyone's going to pay attention, right? And hopefully Texas opened it up too, because Texas is really strict too with crypto as well. But I think this is fantastic. Really fantastic. And you have to thank Miami Mayor Suarez for starting the trend, right? Just like I said about Michael Saylor with companies, El Salvador with countries, and then Mayor Suarez for cities within the U.S. And looks like New York City is about to change. All right, so that's very positive. What else is we have some congressman that is asking the SEC to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF. Right now, Bitcoin futures ETF is very, 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 very hot right now. But it's not the same thing. It's based off of futures, and it has no direct correlation with Bitcoin. And everyone's waiting for a Bitcoin spot ETF, right? So now even congressmen are asking the SEC to move forward with it. Think about that. Think about how different it is in 2021 versus 2017 or all other years. Did we have any congressmen come out and fully endorse Bitcoin or ask for Bitcoin futures or ask for Bitcoin ETFs to be approved? No, that never happened before. That's why 2021 is very, very different. Very, very different than before. All right, what else is there? All right, some Ethereum news. A lot of you guys are Ethereum fans. Ethereum also formed a new high recently, yesterday. So it went as high as 46.59. Today it came back down a little bit, but we know as the market gets hotter, it's going to form a new high. It'll be above 5,000 in the near future, right? So this article talks about how the NFT market, of course, it's no comparison. I mean, almost every single, this is talking about NFT, but yeah, NFT, Ethereum generates 97% of the sales. So think about that. 97% of all NFTs sold is on top of Ethereum, so they dominate. And according to this, for DeFi, 65% of TVL locked in DeFi projects is all on top of Ethereum. So Ethereum is just, they're killing it, okay? All these other chains that are up and coming and doing well, like the ones that form new highs today, even though, yes, they have a lot of TVL for DeFi and NFT marketplace, it's still pale compared to Ethereum. And Ethereum also had a significant rise in new addresses. Largest ever. 995,000 ETH addresses created past week. Yeah, it is. It is. And the number of addresses being created is growing at a faster and faster rate. That's fantastic for Ethereum. All right, so now let's get to this big Vechain news, okay? And it's one I miss, but it is huge. I think this is absolutely huge. And that is this. Vechain's very first DEX will launch in less than a week, in 6 days, okay? You know how I talk about DeFi? I talk about it a lot. You don't really see that on Vechain because Vechain was created more for a B2B project, right? For supply chain, for tracking, for verification, for counterfeit, anti-fraud, all these things, right? And they are dominating in that space. But we know right now what's really driving the price up on a lot of these layer ones is DeFi and NFTs. So Vechain is finally going to get their very first DEX. It is a new project. It's an AMM, so you're going to have yield pools where you can earn a lot of interest. There's yield farming, right? And there's going to be a new governance token. But most importantly, this will be the very first DEX. So this is making Vechain more like a B2C project now. Although Vechain is trying to move to proof of authority 2.0, which will also make the chain more friendly for consumers. But this is a big step in the right direction, in my opinion. Right? Vechain already have NFT projects, but DEXs right now, none. And this is the very first. This is what's holding Cardano back. I just talked about Cardano this morning. Cardano, doesn't have a working DEX. That's the problem right now. They're trying to figure it out, but Vechain is finally bringing a DEX along. And after this one, there's going to be many, many that follows, right? And maybe they're going to have their own NFT marketplace. I mean, there's a lot of things on the consumer side that Vechain can start getting into. So I'm looking forward to this. And this is only 6 days away. 6 days away. And we'll see how good this is. So very big news. Absolutely big. Huge for Vechain. So I'm looking forward to what happens afterwards. All right, now I did mention about NFT marketplaces. One of the biggest ones has to be from VimWorld. So there's a couple projects on Vechain that's consumer-based NFTs. There are also Vechain themselves is concentrating on commercial NFT usage, but in terms of play-to-earn games, metaverse and stuff like that, VimWorld has to be the biggest one. And they recently came out with new features called Vim Management, and that was only just a few days ago. So now there's a new system where basically you could share your VEED from your excess VEED from your Vim. You could actually share that with another Vim, and also you could downgrade Vims and get VEED tokens back, because VEED is the native token in Vim world. And there's other things that they introduced in terms of there's a new system for energy that is not just based on VEED's price. There's like a layering, a tiering system, right? And there's just a central hub that they introduced that basically stores and collects and shows you all about your Vim. So Vim world is definitely the biggest NFT metaverse in the space for Vechain, and they're still growing, and I talk about them many times. They're a partner of the channel. But yeah, Vechain, their decks, absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. All right, now moving on from Vechain, Avalanche also has some big news. Starting with this, they are launching their own top-level domain, AVAX, right? Now, Unstoppable Domains is my partner. They already have a lot like .crypto and .zil and other things that they're introducing, but they don't have .avalanche. So now you can actually buy domain names, or soon you will be able to buy domain names from this top-level domain Avalanche. So that's pretty big. That's pretty big. And you can now earn up to 17% interest on Nexo. So the Avalanche also formed a relationship with Nexo. 17%. That's pretty significant. That's pretty significant. So yeah, big news for Avalanche as well. I told you guys Avalanche has been having a lot of stuff going on within the last few months, and they have certainly rallied up in a big way, and they formed a new high, and both them and Luna, I said this morning, it looks like they just want to climb up. They're going to be in the top 10, both of them, in the near future. They might drive Shiba out and USDC and even Doge out as they climb higher. All right. Now, before I go on, let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats before they disappear. Let's see. Do you think ADA is a buy now? Yeah. I mean, they've been at this level for quite some time. If you're thinking about stocking up on ADA, this would not be a bad time, in my opinion. DOT is the biggest play right now throughout November for parachain auctions. 30 days of pump nonstop. Well, I agree with you. I do agree with you that parachain auctions is going to be huge. I don't know if they're going to pump 30 days nonstop, but they have been doing very well over the last 30 days and 90 days. Thanks for mentioning ACH on your 50-25-25 video last month. Bought some 205x since then. Keep what you're doing, guns and crypto. I'm glad to hear that. I bet my friend $500 that BTC will hit 100K by end of the year. BTC is 62.5. Should I be worried? No, I believe it will be above 100K by end of the year. What's your take on Cody? I see a lot of utility and potential. They're coming out. I think they just came out their mainnet 2.0. But they're honestly, they're in the payment system. They're tied to the hip with Cardano, and I think they're going to do well. I think they're going to do well going forward. Australians really embracing BTC. A lot of Aussies hold in. Government wants the taxes. And yes, Commonwealth, the biggest bank in Australia, I just covered that, is pro-Bitcoin, pro-crypto now. They're offering crypto services. And many Australians watch my show. So I know Australia is very big on crypto. And that's a positive thing. That's a very positive thing. All right, now I got to talk about Shiba, because people are wondering what's going on with Shiba. Why did it dump so much today? It dumped pretty hard. And the rumor is that one whale that made $6 billion from 8,000 is starting to sell. So people are watching the address, and I was looking at it. They used to own about 7% of the supply. Now it's down to 4%. So it looks like this whale decided to sell. So, but what does that mean, right? Why is he selling? Is he go pump something else or something, or he's just waiting for a better opportunity to buy in? Who knows? Who knows, right? But the thing is, if you have the largest whale, think about this for a second. So thinking with glass half full, the largest whale have basically dumped half of his supply, and after that, Shiba is still holding at 0.00056, right? At $33 billion. That's actually a win if you think about it, right? It didn't dump down to zero. It didn't dump down to negative 90% like a lot of people are still speculating that it will. So think about that. So anyways, just want to talk about, that's the latest rumor. I don't know if that's exactly true, but I think it is. It makes sense because I looked at it and they only hold about 4% of the total supply, not 7% now. But anyways, just want to talk about that real quick. Now, lastly, now I'm going to give you guys a heads up on my I Am George collection, which has been doing very well. I've been getting a lot of bids. Giving you guys a heads up because tomorrow night will be when they expire. It's a 7-day auction. On Friday, I will introduce one brand new one, and it's a really good one. I think you guys will like it. But the very first 5, right? A lot of bidders, and I appreciate all of you guys that have bidded and appreciate your support. But the floor price is now 0.22 ETH, going all the way up to my favorite, which has my beloved Puff in the background at 0.2553. All right, so let's give you guys a heads up. One more day before these are gone forever. Forever, ever. But there will be more, but it's going to be slow releases. So, and there's a lot of benefits to this, right? If you're interested, the URL's in the description. I'm going to explain all those benefits to you in that page. All right, now, lastly, before I get in Q&A, I do have a new channel partner. And I know if you're in the US, you've heard of this company before. And it's fantastic because it allows you to buy Bitcoin with cash on site. Okay? Have you guys been into anywhere with a Coinstar machine? Like a supermarket, right? You see these all over the place. You see them in Targets and Walmarts and supermarkets everywhere, right? So Coinstar is a machine that allows you to turn your pocket change into cash. But you know what else you could buy with that cash? You can buy Bitcoin. So if you had a bunch of cash, a bunch of change, and you wanted to buy some Bitcoin, you could see here, you can, because they partner up with Coinme. So Coinme is basically a company that helps you buy Bitcoin. It's that simple, right? So you can buy Bitcoin at any Coinstar location and MoneyGram location. So that means there's about 15,000 locations in the US that you can bring cash to and buy. You know, this is a problem for a lot of people, right? Because a lot of people have cash and they're like, where do I go to buy? You could go to Bitcoin ATMs, but sometimes the fees are astronomically high. And sometimes you just don't see a Bitcoin ATM around you. So alternative, you could go and bring your cash to a Coinstar machine or a MoneyGram machine. And it's really, really simple. They give you a voucher with your cash, and then you download the app, you use the voucher, and you get it inside your app. It's that easy. They have an iOS app and a Google Play app, right? And I mean, they're all over the place. 48 states, 15,000 locations, right? They are a gigantic company. It's been around for a while. They started as a Bitcoin ATM machine, a project. And recently, I brought this up just to give you guys an example in Los Angeles. Look at how many places there are, right? It's just all over the place, and you could put anywhere you want. And you could do checks too if you wanted to. That's interesting. But recently, they did come out with something called crypto literacy, and they did this in conjunction with CoinDesk, with Pantera, with Digital Currency Group, the parent company of Grayscale. So all of them have come out with crypto literacy, and basically it's an educational site. It's like a quiz site, and it just helps people learn more about crypto, because they've done some polls and they see that crypto literacy is low. 96% in the US, 99% in Mexico, Brazil failed the crypto literacy test. And you know what? Basically, their mission is financial inclusion, getting older generations who are not tech savvy, right? They're trying to help everyone. So this is absolutely free crypto literacy. But overall, if you guys want to buy Bitcoin with cash, then check out Coinme. All right, URL is in the description of this video. All right, guys, that's it. Now let's do some Q&A. Topsy-Turvy says, George, I appreciate you giving an honest opinion on crypto. Some other YouTuber people seem to be like, Chevy's better than Ford, or Ford is better than Dodge, etc. I feel most coins will pay eventually. Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think there's too many maxis, right? And there's too many people that they're trying to defend their bags. And, you know, crypto's big. There's over 10,000 coins. Now, I would argue like 99% of them are bad, but still, the ones that are good, they're good. There's no need for someone to really bash something just to make their project that they support look better, right? Because, hey, you could be diversified. That's what I keep preaching. You're diversified, you're going to do well. You're going to do well. And speaking of diversification, I'm supposed to be adding in my portfolio here, which I'm going to log in real quick. I'm going to log in real quick, and then I will. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. 126%. That's not too shabby. Look at this. Look at that. Since July, right, we had a little dip over here. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep DCAing into it. And just take a look. No trades at all. No shifting of coins. Okay? Well, I know a lot of you guys always ask me, should I sell this and shift this and do that? I did this to show you guys, to prove to you guys, DCA HODL diversifying, right, works. It works, right? So all I did was buy $100 every single week. So in total, I started 5,000, now it's at 6,629. I don't know why there's 29. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but overall profit 8,300, 15,000, not too shabby, 126. So I got to put $100 in this week. I'm not sure what to put in. I think I know, because one of the ones I've been talking about, Avalanche, I have not DCA'd into. Another one that I had not a chance to add is Polkadot. So what I'm going to do is split it. $50 in Polkadot, $50 in Avalanche, and I may add them as the weeks go on, because unfortunately I just didn't have time to add them. I added a whole bunch of other stuff which have been doing very, very well, but didn't have a chance to add either one. So that's what I'm going to do right now in front of you guys. And then we will keep tracking this and keep tracking this. So where is Polkadot? Polkadot's at 52. So if I do $50 divided by 52.83, that will roughly be 9.94 Polkadot. So let's do this right now. Oops, I don't want a new portfolio. Deposit dot 0.946. Yes, and then November. Today's the 3rd. There we go. There we go. Done. And then the other one is Avalanche, which is at 79 now. So it's about to form a new high. 79. So that's 0.63. So let's add AVAX 0.6323. Actually, day to day. There you go. There you go. All right. So this is a breakdown for some of you guys that are new, right? You have not watched this before. 50, 25, 25. Although sometimes if your alts grow too fast, it's going to throw things off. But just to give you an example, I have Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Cardano. Yes, I still hold Cardano. I haven't sold it off like a lot of people have done or are thinking of doing. I'm just going to hold it. You never know when it's going to come back up. Harmony, Matic, Vechain, Chainlink, Binance Coin, Mana, Decentralized Cosmos, Theta, Coinme, Illuvium, Phantom, Bpro, Doge, Arweave, Amp, Shiba, Constellation, Avalanche, and Polkadot. Polkadot. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. Now let's do some Q&A. I want to make sure. I know some of you guys are complaining about Super Chats disappearing. I apologize. Sometimes they disappear too fast. Corey had a message retracted, but thank you. Are you still holding Telcoin? V3 launch day absolutely exploded, but now cooling off. I held very little Telcoin, but I still have it. I did see that the V3 launch. I talked about that like a few months ago. It's been delayed for quite some time. So, do you think Shiba is a sell or hold right now? Let's see if it finds that bottom, right? It seems like that 0.55 was the bottom for Shiba, right? Let's see if it finds a bottom. If it finds a bottom, I definitely think it could come back up. Somnium, it's been really well. Yeah, that's why. You know, Winklevoss is added to Coinbase, Gemini, and then it started pumping, right? So it seems like that's almost a conflict of interest, because if the Winklevosses are vested, they list on their exchanges, they know it's going to pump. So it's kind of weird, right? But it's a metaverse. I don't know too much about it, but I know that it was a very small cap that got added. Gemini pumped, but I'll take a look at it later. Telcoin V3, yes, which allows U.S. quarter transfer. Well, they have that remittance bank. They bought a bank in Wyoming or something. So now, yes, they could use that and use it to advantage, send money in and out pretty easily. Where can I buy Coinme? You could buy it on KuCoin, I believe. And also, what do you think? What do you think about Vechain? It's undervalued. Yes, I do think. I think Vechain's been undervalued for a very, 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 very long time. Paintball for life. Price prediction for VET and Poly. I just sold 56 coins of VET to buy more Polygon, I'm assuming, right? Was that a decent idea? I hold 100. I don't, you know, these coin numbers, I don't know what they equate to, but I do think both Polygon and Vechain, I think they're both undervalued. They're both undervalued. In fact, I think both should be moving a lot more, though Polygon is a little bit bigger than VET, but still, I think they're both undervalued. What parachain project do you suggest? Jose, to be quite honest, I have not been following all the ones that's trying to be a parachain on Polkadot, so I can't tell you. But you know what? I'm sure the ones that are all trying to compete right now, I'm pretty sure they're all pretty good. Pretty good. I bought Mana at 258 today. Do you think it will run? Yes, I do think so. ACH. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been asking about ACH. Did it go up today? Yes, they have finally. Well, not today, but the last 7 days. ACH was very, very, very stagnant for a while, right? But they're in the payment system hooked up with Binance. Binance Pay is powered by Alchemy Pay. And also, they have an integration with Shopify. So, yes. Why was Squid DAO tokens worth more than 2.8 point? I have no idea. Anything with Squid Games, you should stay away from. Just stay away, because you could be rug pulled. So just stay away. All right. All right. I'm trying to catch up here. Do you think Coinbase will end up using Matic for the NFT platform? That's a good question. You know, I mean, Coinbase is big on Ethereum, but a lot of NFT platforms are built on top of Matic, right? So it could happen. It could happen. And I don't know what Matic's ceiling is. I don't think they have a ceiling. I think they're very undervalued. Austin, I appreciate that. Do you think DeFi insurance coins that have its runs? No. I think DeFi insurance coins are, quite honestly, garbage. There's no way that they're regulated. There's no way you know if they can handle any of the coverage that they're providing. I would not trust them at all. At all. It's just too early. Cadena doing great these days? Yes. KDA, I covered them recently. They have been doing very well. I mean, that's a pretty good run in the last 30 days. You look at 30 days right here, start running over here. But yeah, they're promising. It just seems like, you know, their founders have financial background. They have a very fast and scalable chain. So I haven't heard too much about like NFT projects. Oh, actually, I take that back. They did announce that they were getting involved with NFTs. That could be the driver, right? These days, anyone that gets an NFTs really just starts pumping. Austin, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna look at any new coins. Lambden. I have no idea what this project is. Not doing that well recently. Blockchain for humans. I don't even know what that means. Performant Python-based blockchain that makes using and creating next generation dApps easy for everyone. Everyone says that. So it's a blockchain built on Python. If you're a developer, I guess if that's good. Python is widely used as a programming language, right? So I guess that's good. But there's so many layer ones out there, right? Can they get the network traction needed to go higher? I don't know. Right now, it seems like the answer is no. Sheep seems to be recovering. I'll hold for a little bit. You know what? I don't think Sheep's going to go anywhere, right? Maybe I do think that, you know, they get replaced or flipped by Luna and Avalanche in the near future. But Sheep, I don't think it's going to go anywhere, to be quite honest. All right, I think that's all the questions. Almost. Yes, last question. Could you do a video educating us how to stake, what platforms are reputable, and what it means for risks and rewards when it comes to APY? That's a very difficult one, Chris. You should just check out CryptosRUs.com. Okay, there's a lot of articles that teaches you how to stake in many different projects. And a lot of them are different, okay? Some of them are very easy, where you could just open up their wallet, deposit, and hit stake. That's it. Some of them, a little bit more difficult. You need to run a node or a program on your computer to be able to stake, right? And some of them are proof of work, where you need to run a mining machine or buy some kind of device. Like with Helium, for example, it's like an antenna, right? So they're all a little bit different. There's no overall thing, so it's kind of hard to do a video on all of them. You have to look at the project that you like, okay, and then go from there and see how you stake them. Because some of them, very rewarding. You could get 20-25% APY for helping support the network of the project you like, right? But they're all very different. All right, guys. I think that's it. Richard, thank you. Hedera's a future. I don't know if it's a future. Anchor, end of the year. You know what? I'm got a neutral Anchor, but yeah, they have not been doing well recently. They're 1 billion. You know, they could go higher than that, 2 to 3x, sure, but they're not as sexy or I would say pumpable as layer ones, because they support dApps. Anchor just helps you create nodes to stake. Oh, by the way, for the person that just asked about staking, you can check out Anchor too. They help you create nodes of certain projects to stake, but they charge you a monthly fee. All right, where to buy crypto, zero fees for dollar cost averaging? That doesn't exist. Vechain is going to rise like Solana. Nope, it's not. Nope. Vechain Nation, missed my chat. Okay. But you got it right in there. What I missed, I can't see it. Celine, realtor from Vancouver, thank you for tuning in. And can Avalanche 5x? Yes, very good. I think it could go higher than that. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Overall, we got a lot of hot altcoins. They're forming new highs. And you know what? It's good. I don't know what else to say. It's good. Enjoy it, right? But big news for Vechain in 6 days. That could be a major catalyst to drive things higher. All right, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.